we're going to learn how to embed a Google Calendar. If you want a text view on this, if you Google for Google Calendar Embed, you'll get this page. This gives you a textual view of what we're going to do now. First up, you need to log into your Google account. Notice that I've typed in before google.com/calendar. I sign in. And note again, it's google.com/calendar. Don't need to put the render part on the end, that'll be added automatically. Here I've got one calendar showing. I can switch the calendar on or off, just using the button at the end there. Here's a drop down for the particular calendar. Click the drop down, gives me some options, including what colour scheme to use to show it. If I go to the calendar settings, part of the settings view is embed this calendar, and it gives me an iframe, some HTML, which I can add to a web page. If I copy the iframe code, and then using JS Fiddle here, I can demonstrate how that would fit into your site code. So for example, you might have a paragraph, probably with something useful in. If you wanted the calendar to appear next, we'd add in the iframe code next, and now if I run that on JS Fiddle, it'll show me the calendar appear. Notice there are some settings available in the iframe code, particularly the width and the height of the iframe, and a few other settings within the code here too. If I change the width to 380 pixels and rerun, you can see how the code has changed. Now, something which might not be apparent from this is that we can have more than one calendar frame on the page at once. If I duplicate the iframe there to make another one, again keeping the width at 380, I use the style code here to float this second calendar to the right. And I'm also going to change the mode of the calendar. The modes available are agenda, month, week and day. If I add ampersand, MODE, mode, equals, agenda, and then run the code, this will show me two views of the calendar, the month view and the agenda view. This could be useful on one of your web pages. So if I wanted that code to be in my web page now, I could just copy and paste that into the code before saving it on my server. There are other settings available within the calendar settings of Google, but I'll leave you to explore those for yourself. I'll cancel this, go back to the calendar view, and we'll just have one last look at our JS Fiddle. If I wanted to add this calendar now to my own calendars so that I get notified of events here, all I need to do is click the plus calendar at the bottom. So if this part of the calendar view was shown on your web page and someone wanted to add your events to their calendar, they'd simply have to click on here. Clicking on a particular event allows you to copy it to your calendar too. You'll see that the event details have come up. I can just add some notes and save it, change the colours, add reminders and save it to my own calendar.